Hey everyone, I'm Armor Gaming, welcome back to my channel and welcome to Monster Legends. Coming soon, Devastress quest. Watch out, a new quest is about to start. Make sure you're ready to obtain a bunch of top magic monsters and then a new one, Devastress. Man, I love saying that name. So this is going to be a sneak peek video talking about everything coming up in Monster Legends in the next few days, as well as a little mini analysis on Devastress, because we do have information in terms of her skills, and I think even her evolving trait and how to actually get her. So stay tuned for that, but we're also going to talk about some other stuff. So without further ado, we are going to be on the Monster Legends Coalition Discord. There's a link in the description, and specifically one of the ML events and news sneak peek tab if you want to follow along. So the first thing we see here is the Devastress quest. This is your chance to get some top monsters. So the three monsters that you're going to be able to breed are Bowtie, Jelotron, or Devastator. Between those three, I would say Jelotron is the best, followed by Bowtie, and then Devastator last. And you get them by combining two breedable monsters actually, Thorder and Batamagma. That's amazing, and you'll probably be able to use the breeding jokers as well, Galante, Violet, Galante Jr. And if you manage to get one of those three monsters, you'll obtain a quest key which will unlock a survival dungeon where you can collect cells for the new monster, Devastress. So the way this works is if you manage to breed any one of those monsters, Bowtie, Jelotron, or Devastator, you get a key. With that key, you'll unlock a survival dungeon, and then you can go through that survival dungeon to get cells for the new monster. Although you never get all 100 cells or even 80 cells, I believe you only get 50 cells. So, well, let's keep reading. But that's not all. For each event monster you breed, you'll get 15 cells. So if you manage to breed a Bowtie, for example, and finish the quest, I believe you only have 65 cells, so you'll still need a couple more. So keep that in mind. If you haven't been lucky with your breedings, everyone, if you haven't been lucky with your breedings, you can get the quest key and Devastress cells in a chest. So the way this works from previous times, if you want to purchase the key and 50 cells, I believe that's like $4.99. And if you just want to try to get cells, that's going to cost you 50 gems, and you get a random amount from 0 to 30. So depending how lucky or how unlucky you are, it can be really expensive in terms of gems to get Devastress, or maybe you get super lucky and you pay 100 gems and you get 60 cells. So that's going to differ from player to player. The survival dungeon will start Friday the 18th at 10 UTC, but you'll get the key to it right after successful breeding. So this is important. So maybe you'll manage to get a Jelotron on your first try, you'll get the key, and then you'll be wondering, where's the event? Where's the survival event? It won't be released until Friday, so keep that in mind. And then note that to receive the quest key and cells, the monster needs to be on the hatchery before the breeding event is over. So just keep track of that. Alright, let's scroll down. Now it says OMG right here. So let's see what is so OMG about this monster. Devastress is a magic attacker with pierce skills that allow her to hit enemies through any protective spells, damaging them regardless and applying curse, blind, or remove positive effects. As if that was enough, Devastress has a trait that evolves through her ranks, hardened at rank 0, tough at rank 1, and she becomes a status caster at rank 3 with an area random debuff. Oh, that's cool! That's new, that's interesting. An area random debuff, which applies negative effects to all enemies as soon as the battle starts. As a protective sibling, Devastress can keep her allies safe with shields and health regen. Oh wait, that's interesting. So she is an attacker, but does she has like supportive skills. So I'm honestly not a fan of the hardened at rank 0, tough at rank 1. To me that kind of feels like it's not really an evolving trait. It's kind of more like, I don't know, I feel like if she would have just had tough, you know, some monsters just have tough and they don't have an evolving trait. So to me, it only feels like she only has one evolving trait, which is the area random debuff, which I really like. Although, I wonder what kind of stuff she's going to be landing. And of course, if you fight a Megaton monster, that Megaton monster is going to absorb all of the debuffs. I don't see OMG though. Let's see, I guess the Pierce is nice, right? But she's an attacker with Pierce, so we'll have to see how that plays out. But to me, it doesn't scream OMG. I like this, but I also want to see the list of random debuffs. So, nonetheless, I like it though. Let's see, the survival dungeon, okay, that's fine. Hornet challenge. Oh yeah, let's not forget about Hornet. That's still to be released soon. Rascal, if you guys need Rascal, he's going to be available in a Monsterwood. Let's scroll down. This is going on right now. Halloween breeding. Let's see. This breeding event, you can jump out of your skin and get the spookiest monsters in the female book. Old Nair, Mommy, Demise, Sarah, Gretchen, Cassia, Francine, Frank, and Itsunami For every successful breeding, you'll get 250 maze coins. However, even if your luck stabs you in the back, you'll still get 75 maze coins. So this is going to be helpful for the maze events. The Time Guardian Maze. The Time Guardian Maze brings you a brand new monster. Crugzonian Guard is a light attacker with high life and sustainability in battle. Ooh, that's interesting. His evolving trait gives him stun immunity at rank 0. Tough, see what I mean? Like, I don't know, some monsters just have tough. So to have hardened and then tough, to me that doesn't feel like it's an evolving trait. So stun immunity at rank 0, that's good. Tough at rank 1. And at rank 3, he has a status caster that triggers space time at the beginning of the battle. That's tight. Space time stealing from Timerion. So at rank 3, your monsters start off with space time. Now space time is not as good as evasion because you can still get hit with negative effects. He deals out quite high damage and is able to increase it with damage boost. Crugzonian Guard can rid himself of negative effects and even get an extra turn. That's always nice. Plus he has some tortures like Curse and Bleeding too. Why is there a poop emoji? That's awesome. Alright, Time Guardian's Limited Path. There's a time limited path in the Guardian Maze. Here's your chance to get Llum. See, I was right. Llum the Magical Matriarch is going to be available in the maze. Darn. I say darn because typically in mazes, you have to make the decision. Do you go for the limited time monster or do you go for the final monster in the maze? So, I know everyone's going to be going for Llum. I'm going to be going for Llum. It's a free Nemesis monster essentially. So, I highly recommend for those first 4 hours, for those first 2 or 3 days before the limited edition maze, be super active, log into the game, and get Llum. Like, every single previous limited edition pathway monster has been obtainable free to play. You just have to be extremely active in your logins. Now, again, I'm not 100% sure if this means you have to forego getting the last monster. Hopefully not. Hopefully you can get them both, but here's your chance to get Llum. That's awesome. I'm definitely going to be going for Llum. Or actually, I have like 75 cells. If I could get a couple cells, that would have been nice. But no, you have to reach the monster in her entirety. Yeah, because I believe the first monster is going to be Sunblast. He'll be available in the first maze. And in the second maze, it'll be Llum. So that's cool. But now the moment we've all been waiting for. It's time to look at the skills for Devastress. So, 1 of 10,000 deals low physical damage. Deals low moderate damage. Alright, where are we? Right here. Deals moderate special damage to all enemies, applies blind to all enemies. It's an AoE blind. Okay. Grace of Debugging removes all negative effects from one ally, applies positive effects protection, and life regen to one ally, requires cooldown. Okay, so this might be able to synergize really well with the Megataunt monster. Because for one, you remove negative effects. So if that Megataunt monster had some sort of DOT or whatever, it's gone. The positive effects protection can help keep that Megataunt active. And then the life regen can help keep that monster alive, right? Because in order to get rid of life regen, they're first going to have to clear the positive effects protection. So there's that synergy, but Devastress is an attacker, as it mentioned previously, so you probably don't need a skill like this. You could, of course, always apply it to yourself, but let's see what else she has to offer. Deals moderate magic damage to all enemies, applies curse, so an AoE curse. Alright, nothing groundbreaking to me. Let's see, applies a 50% life shield and stamina regen to allies. Another support skill, but again, she's supposed to be an attacker. Queen of the High House, there we go, deals heavy special damage to an enemy. 50% chance of cursing. Why not just make it a 100% curse? So heavy special damage and then 50% AoE curse. Rose Spark deals very heavy special damage to one enemy. Applies total blind to one enemy. This I like more. I wish this would have been the same thing. Or even like single curse, but okay. I like this. It's a single total blind. That's useful. Okay, here are the Pierce skills. This is where Pierce comes in handy. For those of you that aren't familiar with Pierce, basically when a monster has Pierce, you don't care about anything that monster has. You literally pierce through it. They can have evasion, you'll still attack the monster. An enemy monster can have Megataunt, you can ignore the Megataunt and attack whoever you want. A monster can have dodge area. If it's an AoE skill, the AoE skill will still hit the dodge area monster. If an enemy monster has a shield, it doesn't matter. You penetrate through and attack their regular HP. If you drop the regular HP to 0, it doesn't matter that they have a 10 million shield, the monster will die. So, Stones of Petra applies Pierce to itself, removes positive effects from one enemy, deals massive special damage to one enemy, removes Pierce from itself. This is interesting. This is funny to me because they remove positive effects. In a way, because you have Pierce, it's not needed for yourself, right? So again, if a monster has evasion, skill mirror, and then if you're piercing, again, you're piercing through that. So I guess the remove, it still helps because it obviously helps for your next monster to be able to attack. Like, let's say you're facing a Ragnarök that has dodge area, and then you're able to pierce and remove the dodge area, so that way your next monster in the turn order can kill it. So I like it. Essentially, it's nice. It's a massive, so this is probably a 70 damage attack. If you don't OTK, it's very nice that it's removing the positive effect. It's good that you can literally target whoever you want. I like that. Especially with so many taunt monsters in the game too. Yeah, you don't care about taunt with this monster. With so many taunt, mega taunt, with so much stuff in the game, I love this Pierce, massive special damage, removing positive effects. Let's see. Lights of Elna. Applies Pierce to itself, deals massive magic damage to one enemy. Massive special. Oh wow, this monster has a 70 special and a 70 magic. Wow. Applies Curse to an enemy, removes Pierce. So, again, you get to penetrate through, magic attack, and curse the enemy. And wow, we have another massive attack. Applies Pierce to itself, deals massive special damage, applies total blind. We have, what is this, all skills group 3? Stone's Light and Peace. All pierce, all massive damage, 2 special, 1 magic, one that'll do a total blind, one that'll do a curse, and one that'll remove positive effects. Wow, that's powerful. She is a powerful monster. It really makes you ignore all of her support skills. I guess if you're running these 3, you could definitely run a support skill because she might need it or her allies might need it. Like maybe the stamina regen, 50% shield. I don't know, that AoE curse looks very nice to me. Keep in mind, if you have positive effect protection on yourself, you won't get rid of the pierce. You'll actually keep the pierce, which could come very nice to be able to do an AoE curse or something. But to me, I feel like most of the time you'll probably be running the AoE curse and maybe these 3. Man, it would have been nice if she had an extra turn skill, like some setup skill. Oh my gosh, look at this ultimate! Nothing Without a Woman. Applies Pierce to itself, 100% chance of killing one enemy. This is a 100% kill. Oh my goodness, you can put this monster on defense and just hope she gets the ult to chip off a coin from the enemy team. That's tight, 100% chance to kill. Literally nothing can stop this ult. Because you give yourself Pierce and then instant kill essentially. Wow, that's a fantastic ult. Not that ults really matter too much in the game, like they hardly come into play. As I say that, all of you guys playing the game are probably getting wrecked by a Thalassa ulting you or something. But that's cool. So I really like this. I will say though, for me, I'm amazed by it, but I wonder how effective it'll really be for the majority of players, because I feel like the majority of players aren't going to be getting this monster fully ranked up, aren't going to be getting Devastress at 130, and then it's not like we're going to be OTKing with this. Like, okay, cool, maybe you can bypass a taunt, target a monster, land a total blind, land a curse, but I don't know. I wonder how effective Devastress will be to the majority of players. If you're a top player, I feel like even then, like, I don't know, with monsters having so much life and everything, I don't know. I like it, but I'm not entirely sure how well I like her. Again, her evolving trait, the random debuff is interesting, very interesting. The hardened to tough is like whatever to me. I think that's what kind of set me back. The random debuff is cool, and I love these Pierce stuff for sure. So we gotta wait and see, but I want to hear your guys' thoughts. What do you guys think about Devastress? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know about everything else that I talked about in the sneak peek. I mean, how do you guys feel about that Llum, the magical matriarch? How do you guys feel about the Crooksonian guard monster they kind of hinted at that is going to have space time at the start of the battle? Some interesting stuff getting released in October. I hope you guys stay tuned for Monster Legends. I know I'm going to be having a lot of content because there's so much to talk about. So, any and all thoughts in the comments below. Thank you very much, and I will see you all next time.